think you've just interacted with Sammy. He still rings a bell in my mind. At some point we thought he may not make it.
You might, if you were using your logical head, say, let's stop now, we're not going to make it, or everything's against us.
Sometimes it just beats science, when God's healing power is beyond what we read in the textbooks.
It can be tiring, but it also gives you this huge reward and victory when you see God act through us.
The miracle that he did in, Sammy's life, it's indeed a miracle.
So when we think about what is success in this program, obviously we want to offer high quality neurosurgical care, but even more than that, we want to be a part of God's work in our patients' lives. And so I would say that's what we want to consider success.
I think a lot of people must think that because we're in Kenya, the roads are muddy and we're surrounded by fields, that the work that's done here must be basic. I guess there is an element that we don't have the technology that you would have in a super center in the West. But as far as the technical challenge of the operations and the skill level that the doctors achieve, I feel it certainly could even be higher, because they're faced with extreme challenge. So if you're faced with extreme challenge, you rise to that challenge and you learn fast. They're not short of operating, they have the equipment that they need. So I think we are achieving a high level of excellence here.
The great need for surgeons in this, not just maybe it's in this country or this region or this continent, especially neurosurgery, we are greatly underserved. We have like one for I think 1 million people. That's just sad. And so the fact that PACC is willing to use their resources and their time and energy to come to Kenya and invest in us with the expectation that then we're going to go and make a difference, it helps.
One of the perhaps surprising things about the program, we are doing really the full spectrum of neurosurgical care here. There's certainly some limitations that we have, given technology and that kind of thing, but we're treating just about anything that comes through the door. I can say with great confidence that we're doing it well. These residents are intelligent and gifted and capable men and women, and they're learning this skill at a very high level.
The program's goal is to really become a driving educational force, which is much needed in this area of the continent.
Being able to be trained, that means we get to add to that pool of neurosurgeons, and we get to help even more people.
As a resident, you get the full package. You are trained to be all-rounded and be able to handle all manner of specialties.
When we think about the future of PACC neurosurgery, our hope is really to have a hub where we can operate from a place of strength, where we're able to recruit graduates to be a part of this mission, but ultimately send many out. That is our vision, one that is not impacting only this part of Kenya, but the region and beyond. That idea of training African neurosurgeons to meet the need here, I just think creates a much more sustainable solution.
You can see the multiplication if you can train someone else and leave someone behind. PACC is exciting for us because we can multiply the number of people. It is reciprocal. I guess it's a bit like a business model. This makes more sense. Like I can train 5 people, but those 5 people can train another 5 people each, and then those 5 people. So it kind of really grows outwards as to how many people you can impact.
I have been able to gain a lot of knowledge and skill that is going to enable me to help a lot of people out there.
Because God has given me a skill that is greatly needed to serve my own people.
What we're seeing in PACC's neurosurgery now is the fulfillment, the fruition of PACC's mission to glorify God by providing excellent neurosurgical care and sharing the love of Jesus with our patients.